Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so tropical storm Brett, I guess stayed south of us. So sweet baby Jesus, I'm gonna have a normal day. Okay, on cue. Um, Obviously, so far I've been putting up the last weekend videos because I've made my case already. Um, Somebody reached out to me and asked me, is the squeeze still possible with the reverse split and the merger? Like if this goes forward, I'm gonna explain it the best way I can. I haven't even had coffee yet. Look, I still got my coffee. I haven't even touched it yet. And people are like, go to Starbucks. I'm like, go to Starbucks. Starbucks don't help you see the devil. Like this coffee, like let me tell you something. This is the gateway to the different dimensions. Um, so I'm clear. I'm not on coffee while I'm saying this. When the reverse split happens, the merger and the reverse split. So now we have less shares. And Wall Street has all the shares. And then there's more dilution added on top. More shares are going to be thrown on top of APE and AMC on top of that. Because that's what Popcorn has talked about. A lot of people didn't know that, but there's going to be more shares put on top. On the other side, when there's the price drop, okay, because APE and AMC together is still like $5 or so, like that. There's going to be a price drop on the other side, and it's going to be the AMC share. Understand something? The shorts, you can turn around and go, well, they don't win until, like AMC is fully bankrupted. No, that's not really the case. The thing about it is they have been winning because of the setup behind the scenes. When this reverse split merger and dilution comes, we're not gonna hold the shares that they needed desperately. They're gonna be able to get the shares from the market freely at a cheap price, cover their shorts, and make the money. Do you understand? It's not going to be what it is now that we hold AMC shares and they want the shares and we're going to hold. When and if this goes forward, the word hold and AMC for the squeeze, they don't make any sense. They don't correlate together because the end goal was to create eight. So this way they have a bunch of AMC stocks under the label of Ape, under the name of Ape. So later on, Antera and CompuShare and Popcorn with them vote yes, and it comes back. So the dilution is there. They're gonna have more shares than what we have, and they're gonna be available to be bought out and canceled out. That's the whole reason behind Ape. It was to stop the victory that we fought for. We used our money. We cornered a short. We did it. It's a long time ago. You guys obviously the Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan. Jordan back in the days, he almost got close. He almost caught the opposite side of a short squeeze. Okay, I'll leave it at that. But obviously they were able to get their hands on shares, and long story short, he didn't get that. It would have been the bizarro payday. But we as individuals, united but not, tied, connected together, we cornered the biggest motherfuckers on the market. We got all the shares. And what they did was they came up with a scheme. And we all know that because we saw the discovery, the emails and everything. And they turned around and they cheated using the gray lines and the connections. And so I said behind the street, that's a different story. So now they're going to have these shares. So you're like, well, can it go up? You need fuel for a fire. And the AMC fuel and the Ape fuel now is the fact of they shorted and they need shares. Okay, you have to understand that the second that those shares are available to them at abundance and at a cheap, they're gonna cover. What are we gonna do? Are we gonna buy the float over again? No, we're not. We're not gonna buy 90% of the float again to corner them in order for what? For them to. You think we're gonna put our money back in this to make them happy? In order for them to add more ape down the road? Nobody stopped them from doing this. Okay? Nobody's gonna do this. On the other side, like, yeah, could it go up as a stock? Yeah, it could. It could go up as a stock and they pay off their debt. But I know, knowing AMC and Popcorn, they're just gonna bleed this company to that. Now, there's a video coming up after this touching on something else. But hear me on this. As far as the squeeze, the MOAS, that one day you see the line just go up and it's in the hundreds and the whatever. If they duplicate our current holdings with available AMC shares after the reverse split merger and dilution, it's game over for the short squeeze, MOAS. It's game over. Okay, that's like if you're married to a woman, okay, and she decides, you know what, I'm so sick of him. I'm just gonna make another husband. I'm gonna clone this motherfucker. Like, I got another husband. I don't need him anymore. What are you gonna compete with? He's exactly like you. That's what they're doing with Ape. They're gonna turn it into AMC stock. They're gonna clone your holdings. They don't need to buy it from you. They're gonna be able to buy it from the market at the cheap. So yes, they have to cover their shorts, but they don't have to cover their shorts with our shares. There are going to be other shares out there, and those other shares, nobody's holding them. Do you understand? So is it possible for a short squeeze? I could tell you it's not. It's not feasibly possible. Short squeeze only happens when one side has the shares, and the shorts need the shares, and that squeeze in between and the cost to borrow those shares. That's when it happens. Guess what? They're not going to have that squeeze anymore. There's going to be so many shares out there. It's like one time me and Kyle showed up to a club. Like, this was the funniest story ever. Me and him, like, where we're going to go find some chicks, whatever, the whole thing, You're young, you whatever. So at the end of the day, I said, why don't we go to this club? It was a club out in Queens. Nobody wanted to go to that club. I was like, why you want to go out there? It was like by great, and nobody went out there. I was like, whatever, we don't go out there. Everybody goes to the same thing, whatever we go. So we drove out there, went to this club. I'm gonna tell you something. On that day, Jesus loved me. When I went into that club, there was only one other guy besides me and Kyle, and he was the bouncer. And it was nothing but women. It was like women everywhere. Short women, tall women, crazy women, women in black, red, whatever. It was everything. I told the bouncer, is this possible? He said, it's unbelievable. I don't know what it is. It was like all women just went there. That day was the best day of my fucking adult male life. That's what's going to happen after the reverse split merger squeeze. They're going to have AMC stocks everywhere. Everywhere you see, it's just going to be available. Why? Because they're going to create them, converting ape over and then adding more ape on top in the conversion process. So all these things this cooking will just become AMC. Didn't want to say it in that way, but I almost said it like, whatever. And we lost when that happens. No, we were cheated, and that's how we lost, if that goes down. That wasn't supposed to happen. That wasn't the way things are. That's not the way Wall Street's supposed to work. Okay? A regulator should have stepped in and said, whoa, wait a minute, you're selling this. Is this registered? Are you selling this at an agreed upon price for them to do a favor for you to flip the stock over on a vote? Oh, you're both working to suppress the price. Oh, you're putting puts and dropping, but you're also voting for guess what? Yeah, you're selling your position. Like, it would be totally different in the old. I could tell you one thing. Say what you want, but when Giuliani was downtown, that would have never have happened. But anyway, that being said, I'm not gonna go into like my rants. I gotta have my coffee. I gotta calm down. Look, I got one of my breakfast cookies. So it's not even a cookie. It's like a little wafer, whatever the hell they. Can we see a squeeze happen on the other side in AMC? No, it's not possible. It's not mathematically possible. It's now or never. If Vice Chancellor Zern delays this, we still got a chance. If Vice Chancellor Zern says, no, this is not supposed to happen, wait a minute. If she finds an irregularity with Allegheny and their setup, because there's a lot of problems with that, and we have time, as long as we're on this side, that's why I'm calling this the last weekend. This is the last weekend as we know AMC and 8. Because by next weekend, it's going to be a different world. So, crazy world. Let me have coffee. I'll be back.